Hello, viewers of YouTube. I'm Infernal Canine, and today I want to talk about Blood of the Dead, the confirmed third Zombies map being released for Black Ops 4 and the long-awaited remake of Mob of the Dead. To be more precise, I want to talk about a theory I have regarding the map. So, let's start by talking about at what point in the Ether story that Blood of the Dead takes place. So, the safe point in the pretty much confirmed area in which it takes place is in between Zetsubo no Shima and Gorod Krovi. Because in the end cutscene, Richtofen says that they have to go do something before going to Nikolai. A chain of events must be set in motion, as he says. They teleport somewhere, and then they come back to Zetsubo, and Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takeo now have blood vials of their own, aside from Richtofen's. So it's a really safe assumption to say that they went to Alcatraz. Now this is interesting because it means that unless Blood of the Dead actually takes place after Revelations, which some people have said is the case, especially concerning the empty blood vials, which has been debunked, saying that it was an error with the animation. But I seriously think that this is the point in which it takes place. They go to Blood of the Dead, the map. They go to Alcatraz, the prison, to retrieve the blood vials. That's probably most likely what Blood of the Dead is going to be about. It's the Easter egg is going to be Richtofen getting Dempsey, Takeo, and Nikolai their own blood vials. That's a fair assumption. There could be something else behind it, but that's pretty much what people think. As for another thing, Jason Blundell has said that it's not a remaster, it is a remake. It's not just going to be like the Chronicles, where it's completely the same besides maybe a radio that Monty made. It's not going to be like that. Blood of the Dead and Mob of the Dead are going to be different maps in a sense. Blood of the Dead, I mean, is going to have all of Mob of the Dead in it. It's just going to have more. And whenever you say more, what do you think of? If you're an avid follower of the zombie storyline, whenever you think different place in Mob of the Dead, it would be the secret laboratory underneath it. The one where Richtofen cryogenically freezes VICTIS, or the transit crew. Now, this is why whenever Mob of the Dead's remake or remaster was starting to get headlines in the zombies community, in the Call of Duty community, whenever the teaser trailer came out for Black Ops 4 and all that, a lot of people said it's going to make a lot more sense if you played as Victus. But in the trailer for Blood of the Dead, you play as Premise. Okay. So then, where's Victus? Are they still cryogenically frozen in that lab? Are we gonna be able to go down into that lab when playing Blood of the Dead and see the transit crew there? Probably. I'm on the train with that thought. If we don't end up seeing this lab in Blood of the Dead, I'm gonna be very disappointed. But let's keep going in my theory. So my theory is that if this is true, and we actually do end up seeing Victis down there, then we'll probably get to play as them as well. Now, of course, the trailer showed Premise. We're probably going to play as Premise in the beginning. As soon as the map starts off, we're going to play as our good old-fashioned crew. Dempsey, Nikolai, Takeo, Richtofen. But what if, at the end of the Easter egg, you play as Victis? What if, when Richtofen achieves the blood vials for the other three, he decides to let out Victis and let them finish off the horde? Thin it out. That kind of stuff. Now, there are plot holes to this theory because of something in the comics. Now, if the comics are essentially canon in the video game story, then this would be kind of a plot hole as for Richtofen letting Victus just fight the zombies, because whenever he teleports them to the house in the comics, he says that you guys can come with me and be safe. I'll make sure you don't die, you know, that kind of stuff. Make your choice. If you either do that, or I'll just throw you back out into the garbage heap of the world and you can fight zombies. The Victus decides that they want to live. They don't want to die. So Richtofen takes them to Alcatraz, shows them these pods, and says, "Get in," you know. The exact quote that he says is, "These are suspension devices. They will keep you in a kind of stasis until the final world arrives." So, if Richtofen truly wants to protect Victus, then why would he just let them out in Alcatraz and they can roam free and do whatever? I don't know, possibly die there. There could be a chance that this Richtofen knows that Victis can handle themselves, because, I mean, they've been through a lot of shit, man. They lived through Transit. They lived through Die Rise. They lived, well, we can assume that they lived through Buried. So, Richtofen probably knows they're capable of doing this. So, that's kind of the theory that I have. After you complete the Easter egg, there's a possibility that since, you know, Primus goes back to Zetsubonoshima after going to Blood of the Dead, or we can assume went to Blood of the Dead, quotation marks inserted, that they go to, yeah, well, that they go back to Zetsubonoshima. They do go back to Zetsu after going to after getting the blood vials, obtaining them. So after the Easter egg, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for Victis, or not Victis, for Primus to remain on Alcatraz. So Google just started talking to me. What the heck? Whatever. So yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense that after being teleported to Alcatraz, they would stay there whenever in the actual ending cutscene they go back to Zetsu. If they wanted to, they could have very well probably went straight from Alcatraz to Gorod Krovi, but they didn't for some reason. So, and Jason Blundell in an interview has said that the Primus crew going back to Zetsu after teleporting to the place where Richtofen needs to go, where the chain of events must be set in motion, and then them going back, there's story significance to it, not only gameplay significance to it. Because they could have very well, they've done it before, where they end a map, like game over after you've done the Easter egg. They did it in Revelations, they've done it in Origins, they've done it in Mob of the Dead. It happens. They could have very well done it. But Jason confirmed that there was story significance behind them going back to Zetsu afterwards. So I'm guessing that if the story significance could have something to do with the Transit crew. I don't know. Just a thought there. Well, there might be more to come about this. I do want to look into it more. I've got some time on my hands. Summer vacation's starting. Pretty glad about that and all that crap. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button. Shows that you actually like it. That you like my theory. In the comments, discuss why this theory is wrong. Discuss why you think it's good. Discuss what your theory is. Tell me what you think is going to happen in Blood of the Dead and what new areas you think that we'll see in Blood of the Dead. So, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.